Така. Стар. Така, сега...
There was nothing else on the
Колелцето.
bicycle rack I could use. It
Яре,
was half a rusting bicycle frame.
е. Аха.
It was the old inner tube from the bicycle which Rio had fished from the sea. 3 feet of slightly perished rubber. Bound to be useful for something.
Я да видим. Хванало ли е нещо?
There's a fish, my man.
I can't put it in my pocket while it's flapping about like that.
No problem.
Ето така са прави, момчета. Блъскаш я 2 пъти в пода, тя спира да мърда и вече правиш каквото ще правиш.
The fish was wet and slimy and decidedly dead.
Сега трябва да излъжим котката.
A cute little putty tat. Actually, no. It was a mangy old flea bag. It was busily torturing a red ball.
Това беше... Сега тук и трябваше да го закачам. По спомен.
I couldn't reach it. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea after all.
Абе, не бе.
I didn't have a
О, боже.
Maybe I had a future as a surrealist artist. I couldn't reach the flagpole, and a bush stopped me from moving the ladder across. I wasn't going to risk further laceration by the cat's claws. A cute little putty tad. Actually, no. It was a mangy old flea bag. It was busily torturing a red ball.
Сега тук е пъзела, ще го решим както принципно се решава. Няма да се чудим, ние ще го знаем. Значи е голяма драма. Сега той трябва да ни лови още една риба. Спомен. Айде, Рио. Да, още една риба. Как е? Как е? Но ние имаме... Много съм тъп. Ние трябва да дадем рибата на котката, бе. Че съм тъпо парче. Извинявайте.
Okay, cat. You don't deserve this, but here's a little fish. The little monster ate the fish, but never strayed far from the ball.
Ей, Тандърмен, добре дошъл и добра вечер. Как я караш?
There's a fish, my man.
Трябва да видим как да дадем рибата на котката, за да го накараме да се махне от местенцето си. Опа! Опа!
That should get the old cat dancing. I just hope it didn't give itself a cardiac. It was the ball I stole from the cat.
Сега ще си вземем кирийките.
I didn't have a flag on me, so the flagpole would have to stay bare.
Ето и тя котката си хапва рибка. Няма проблеми. Мяу, 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 ням, 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 ням.
It was the old inner tube from the bicycle which Rio had fished from the sea. 3 feet of slightly perished rubber. Bound to be useful for something. That wouldn't work. I don't think so.
Чакай, тук за дървото трябваше.
I couldn't think of any reason to climb.
Отивай там. Стига си мислил за причини. Господине, правим
I
walkthrough.
couldn't think of any reason to climb the tree.
Абе, как I couldn't think, бе? Вържи го. Това ли? Не беше ли това? Да. Ето сега. Бам.
I put the ball in the catapult.
А, така.
Took aim. Yes! Okay, so it was a lucky shot, but I'd knocked the theodolite target clean
GG.
off the end of the flagpole.
Да видим сега. Виж го мръсника как идва. Гадния мръсник.
What the hell's going on here?
Hi, Bronson. Nice to see you too.
You again. Have you been screwing around with my theodolite target? Where is it? I had to climb out of the window to put that one on. Damn it, I'm gonna have to go through all that again.
Not this time. The house is locked up and the sisters aren't here.
Hell's teeth! I'll have to put the spare target on the other flagpole. A whole morning's work wasted. I'm gonna fix all this and then I'm gonna fix you, you hear?
Yeah? Fine. I'll be waiting. Bronson was examining the marker.
Виж всякакъв куркапан ще му направим. Опа! Айде са! Как ще слезеш, бе, господине?
What you doing, Bronson? Just hanging around?
I'm gonna
Hanging
kill you,
around.
Stobart. Get me down from here.
What, so you can kill me? Gee, you talked me out of it, Bronson. I felt a little guilty about leaving Bronson up there, but not much, obviously. The marker was a bright, shiny thing, and I have a weakness for bright, shiny things.
Здрасти, ай Смарти, добре дошъл и добра вечер, как я караш?
It was the electronic marker which Bronson used with his theodolite.
Аз съм добре, благодаря ти. Сега съответно ще отидем да му откраднем плановете. Вижте го горе как виси.
I could finally get a clear look at the plans. Engineers' drawings didn't mean much to me, but one thing was clear. These plans were for a 5-story, 200-roomed, luxury, pirate-themed hotel. Another stain on the bedspread of paradise.
You there? Why is Mr. Bronson?
He climbed up there of his own accord.
Then help him, you stupid man. Quickly, before he falls.
Им дадем плановете, да видим какво ще стане.
Here, Bronson's plans.
This means nothing to me.
She's not wearing her reading glasses.
Ah, wait. Yes, I see now. I see it all too clearly. That man is planning to build a huge hotel. Bronson is a confidence trickster. Mina, we have been duped. I'm glad we didn't sign his contract.
Oh, I hate tricksters, especially confident ones.
Come, Mina. Mr. Bronson, you may consider yourself persona non grata.
Yes. Cave Canum.
Kindly disentangle yourself from our flagpole and eject yourself from our property this very minute.
Disentangle. Eject.
Hey, cut that out, you crazy old bat!
How dare you! Mina isn't crazy, she's just engagingly eccentric.
Yeah, as a bedbug. Ouch!
Lovely as this little vista is, I'd be really grateful if you could let me into the museum now.
Certainly, young man. We are most grateful to you for exposing this scoundrel. Mina, the lock.
Thanks, ladies.
Stobart, be a pal. Get these harpies off me. Ooh!
While George was basking in the sun-drenched Caribbean, I went to London. It was a long shot, but I thought I'd start my search for the Jaguar Stone at the British Museum.
Добре дошли в British Museum. Така. Много бърза биопочивка и продължаваме напред. Но преди това какво правим? Правим сейв. Разбира се, че правим сейв. 60%. Чакаме 69% да стигнем. Само да идем. Аз не че съм си пратил дели репорта, мога го пратя по всяко време, ама да видим някои нещо. Още нещо искам да я дай. Няма. Никой не ме е търсил. Идеално. Нищо ново из джирата. Добре. Добре. Продължаваме. Я да видим сега какво става тук. Я гледайте. В British Museum сме. Някакви хора гледат. Статуя. Някакъв пич тук. Ето. Още статуя. Още някакви кирийки. Завеска. Ето тук има телефон. Драма си. Добре, сега. Правим една такава вратка. Първо телефоня.
I didn't need to make a call.
Този акцент.
It was a
Френски
phone,
акцент.
probably for staff only.
Probably. Я да видим. Така, кабинет. Я да видим.
The cabinet contained a dagger decorated with Mayan designs.
Вземи дагара.
The cabinet was locked.
Тя все пак се опитва да вземе дагара.
The carving looked Buddhist in subject, but Mesoamerican in execution. The carving looked Buddhist.
Вземи го.
I wanted nothing to do with that statue.
Какво имаме в чантата си, бе?
There was nothing very useful in my bag, just a single hair clip.
Цяла чанта за фиба.
It was a hair clip. There was a huge carving of somebody who must have been important once. There was nothing I wanted to do with the statue except find out where he bought his hat. Très chic.
Très chic. Très bien.
It was a small flat square of polished obsidian. Nothing like the one I was looking for. According to the caption, this was the scrying mirror given to Dr. John Dee by Sir Francis Drake.
Okay. Нека да говорим с този господин. Attendant.
Can I help you, miss?
Да, разбира се. Good day, kind sir.
What can you tell me about the scrying mirror?
Ah, that belonged to the alchemist and part-time Elizabethan spy, Dr. John Dee. It was brought back from the New World by Sir Francis Drake and presented to him. It's Mayan, you know.
What is a scrying mirror?
It's rather like a crystal ball. and you can't see anything in it. Apparently, he had a partner who used it to talk with angels. If you ask me, you were barking mad.
Have you ever heard of an English sea captain called El Draco?
El Draco? Not a very English name.
I think that's what the Spanish would have called him. It was about the time of the conquistadors.
16th century. Oh, I know. That's what the Spanish called Sir Francis Drake.
Francis Drake? Have you got anything here that belonged to him?
Indeed, miss. We have a couple of artifacts he brought back from one of his journeys.
It didn't look anything like the coyote stone. This one was like a little black shaving mirror. Is the scrying mirror the only piece of obsidian Drake gave Dee?
Funny you should ask. There's another called the Jaguar Stone. Dee never liked it though. Said there were angels in the mirror, but devils in that stone.
Can I take a closer look at Dee's mirror, please?
No, you cannot. That's why the cabinet is locked. They tried some newfangled interactive scheme. And you can guess what happened. Bloody kids ran off with half the exhibits. Hands-on experience, my foot. In my days, it was hands off, I ask you. What do kids know about ancient Mayan civilization? Nothing.
I didn't think the museum attendant would be interested in a hair grip. Not even a cute one like this. Can you tell me something about the Jaguar Stone?
Certainly, miss. The so-called Jaguar Stone was brought back from the Americas by Sir Francis Drake and presented with, as you already know, the more famous scrying mirror to John Dee. The old loony didn't like the stone, though. Reckoned it was tainted by the devil. Come along, miss. I'll show you the mirror.
I've already... Oh, never mind.
There. John Dee's famous scrying mirror, given to him by Francis Drake.
Do you know if this mirror has any relevance to Tezcatlipoca?
Who? Tis I can't even say it. Ah, there's someone here who'll be able to help you better than me. This young lady has some questions to ask, Professor. I think she's from France.
Professor Roubillet?
Eh? What?
You two know each other, do you? Excuse me, the telephone.
We meet again.
Mademoiselle? France, eh?
Yes, I believe that's where you live, Professor.
I have a house there, on the outskirts of Paris, but I haven't been back for many months.
What can you tell me about the Jaguar Stone, Professor?
It's obsidian, from the Chichen Itza region.
Professor Roubillet, your taxi's here.
If you'll excuse me, I have some urgent business to attend to at the docks.
Can you answer me some questions about the Jaguar Stone?
Certainly, miss. If you just step this way. It's gone. Some sods half-inched it.
Half-inched?
Sacre bleu!
Miss. Never mind. The silent alarm will have been tripped. I'm afraid nobody can leave until our crack security team gets here.
How long will that take?
Could be a while. I think it's their tea break.
The thief could be miles away by then.
Don't you worry about that, miss. Just don't try to leave.
It was too much of a coincidence that Roubillet showed up and the stone promptly disappeared. I didn't have time for their crack security team to finish their tea. I had to get after him. It was a small key, intended for a small lock.
Small. Просто да те го вземаш.
It was the key to the museum display cabinet.
What was it you wanted?
Look at this. The thief left this key in the cabinet.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
That makes the theft an inside job, right?
Oh dear.
In other words, the thief was Professor Oublié.
Well, let's
Oh,
leave
no.
that for the police to decide, shall we? I better phone them right away.
Добре. Продължаваме. Продължаваме.
Hello?
I knew I had nothing to worry about if the police were called.
Yes, I'll hold.
But I had to catch up with Oublié, and fast.
Така, сега. Това нали е затворено. Not anymore.
The cabinet was locked.
Да, естествено.
The key unlocked the case.
Ама естествено бе, Муцка. Хайде, вземи го. Хе-хе.
I locked the case again and took the key.
Така се прави.
It was an obsidian dagger, thin and razor sharp.
И ще заминаваме. Няма какво да правим повече тук.
The two Japanese girls were inexplicably amused.
Японки са.
Bonjour. I wonder if you could help me. What's
Не,
so
точно.
funny? Oh, never mind.
Заминаваме се.
The doors were securely locked. The doors were securely.
Що ще е?
The doors were The dagger might lever open the doors, but I wasn't going anywhere until I knew where Oublié had gone. There was nothing useful. It was an obsidian dagger.
Oh,
The cabinet.
locked. Abandoned.
The key didn't fit this lock.
Did not fit this lock. Не. Може ли да слушам? Чакай. Display case. Оп.
Perhaps I'm a Philistine, but old vases bore me. The display case contained a couple of vases.
Добре. Просто някаква ваза.
I'm sorry, miss, but I shall have to ask you to stay.
Oh, but surely you don't suspect me of stealing the stone?
No, but you will have to make a statement to the police. You're a witness.
Добре, сега мога ли да се измъкна? От тук трябваше да се измъкна, от това беше.
The doors were... The dagger might leave open. The doors were secure.
А на него трябва да я дам. Той ли беше ли на телефона?
I didn't need to.
You'll have to be quick, miss. I'm on the phone. What was it you wanted?
He wouldn't have been interested.
Ah,
Take a look at this.
What are you doing with that?
Just looking. What was it used for?
It's a sacrificial dagger. And I'd feel a lot happier if you put it down. You'll have to be quick.
Don't you think it's suspicious that Oublier has urgent business at the docks?
Not in the slightest, young lady. He's gone to oversee the unloading of cargo, an exhibition of Mayan sculpture on loan from Mexico City.
What's the name of the ship?
The Zibalba Princess.
Пам, 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 пам. Добре, хайде. Хайде, хайде. Цък, цък. Цък, цък.
I levered the handle open with the thin dagger.
Браво. Готов е за Dungeons and Dragons.
The room had been decorated to resemble the interior of a sailing ship. It was disturbingly effective.
Добре, така. Разбира се, ще направим едно бързо сейвче. Опа. Не сме напреднали много. Което
It was a neat oil lantern made of brass.
Я взем. Пенера.
Holding that lantern, I felt kinda biblical. Like Jesus or Florence Nightingale.
Точно. Тъпана. Аз с нещо трябва да го употребя. Okay.
The ship looked too fragile to touch. It was a beautifully crafted model of a sailing ship.
Yes. Мога да му дам гащи.
March 20th, 1670 fix. Engaged frigate off Fan Falvador? It was garbage. Huh. I guess being a pirate didn't require too many academic qualifications. The passage went on to describe how Ketch had got wind of the approach of a fleet of English ships. It seemed the new governor had not shared his predecessor's views on Ketch's activities. They were out for his blood. Sailed to that place where I made secure my fortune. I returned safe in the knowledge that the governor shall not discover that which I had hidden. For is it not writ that 'tis easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle?
Не, да видим. Опа. Surprise! Yeah! Малко момиченце от съндък.
What the? Who are you?
Мечтата на всеки пораснал
What were
мъж.
you doing in there, Emily?
Hiding? What are you doing here?
Grown-up stuff.
Grown-ups? Pfft, I'm never gonna grow up, I'm not. You shouldn't be here. What's your name?
I'm George.
Pleased to meet you, Jaws.
George.
Jaws,
Jeez.
make your mind up.
What can you tell me about Captain Ketch?
That's him on the wall, in the picture.
Yeah? Boy, that's interesting.
He was a sailor captain. This is his house.
Why don't you go play with Rio?
I'm not allowed.
How come?
Because Aunt Frost says I'm not allowed out of the house. That's why, Mr. Nosy Beak.
Too bad. Why don't you ask your other aunt if you can play with Rio?
Aunt Mina's cuckoo. Aunt Frost says so. She says when the Lord handed out common sense, Aunt Mina was off getting double portions of chin.
Why don't you run along and play?
Aunt Mina...
Well, that doesn't mean you have to. On a beautiful day like today?
There's a storm.
Oh, nuts. You don't know that.
I do so. I can see the whole...
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm busy. That Rio's a smart kid. He helped me outwit Bronson.
Rio is clever. He can spit ever so far.
I bet you can't keep this piece of coal in your mouth for the next half hour.
Could too. I could keep it in my mouth for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah? Go on then. Prove it.
Don't want to. And if you try to make me, I'll tell Aunt Mina.
Look, an ancient Mayan stone.
Is that a magic stone?
Well, I don't know about that.
No.
Would you like to play darts?
No?
Oh, come on. I'll throw, you catch.
That's dangerous. Darts will stick in me and make me bleed.
Do you know how to use a theodolite?
We don't learn anything about surveying at my school. Not until 5th grade.
That looked like that's where it was supposed to be, so I left it there. The top surface of the desk had a large recessed area set into it. I guessed it was intended to stop things rolling off in heavy seas. There was also an inkwell, and, a few inches away, a small hole with a feather placed in it. That might come in useful, in ticklish situations.
What you doing, George?
I'm just borrowing this feather, that's all.
Why?
I might be able to make use of it.
You gonna steal it? That's bad. I'm gonna tell on you.
No, don't do that.
Why not?
Well, because I'm not stealing, just borrowing.
Много проклето момиченце, бе.
It was an indented well in the corner of the desk. I guess it was intended to hold ink, but it seemed unnecessarily wide. Maybe Ketch had used it to hold his rum bottles steady in heavy seas. It was the holder for the quill. It was the quill I'd found in the Ketch Museum. It was Bronson's theodolite. It was the electronic marker which Bronson used with his theodolite. No, that wouldn't work. It was an actual pirate ship chart.
Ship chart.
Hard a port, bosun. Aye, aye, Captain Stobart. She cannot take it, Captain. My lad's dead. Abandoned ship.
Lol.
Maybe that wheel was from Ketch's ship. Suddenly, I was 12 years old again.
Mm-hmm.
It was an old wooden barrel. Maybe it was from Ketch's ship. Yow! I should have known better than to put my hand in there. Grandma Stobart had a nasty experience in a water butt once.
Банката.
Captain Frederick Ketch, 1570. Around his neck was a cross. Maybe he was a part-time pirate. It was the portrait might have made a nice souvenir, but it was too large to carry.
Пак ли е?
It was the portrait of... It was a ship's bell.
Я взем.
Two bells and all's well. Pirates were cool. Okay, I've had my hands on an historical document. Now what? The chart fitted exactly into the recess on the top of the desk.
What you doing now, Jaws?
Knock it off, will ya? There's something you ought to know. I don't buy cute or lost puppy. I'm putting this old map on the desk.
What you doing that for, Jaws?
Because it was obviously intended to fit in this recessed area.
How'd you work that out?
It's obvious.
Голяма е Бога. Так. Сега сме пирати. Вземи го веднага, бе. Гошо! Тъпо копеле! Остави го тук.
The lantern fitted so precisely in the inkwell, it could only be deliberate.
Аха!
What you doing now?
Grown-up stuff.
I doubt that.
I've put the lantern in the inkwell. See? It fits.
Why?
Because it was cut to fit.
Why?
Because sneaky old Captain Ketch made it that way.
Why?
What is with all the questions?
'Cause I'm interested.
Why?
'Cause I have the insatiable curiosity of the young.
Why?
All right. Truce.
Истински пиратски капитан сме.
The little girl had cute freckles, cute little nose, and the eyes of a KGB interrogator. Around her neck was a large cross on a chain. It was
KGB
identical to the one in the portrait of Captain Ketch. That cross you're wearing,
Чакай,
Emma,
тази
It's
водичка
my
да пия.
lucky Jesus cross.
it's just like the one Captain Ketch wore.
Uh-huh.
Can I borrow it?
Uh-uh.
Водичка.
What would you trade for that cross, Emily?
A puppy.
Well, I don't happen to have a puppy in my pocket right now. Can you think of anything else you'd trade?
Don't know.
Трябва да търсим папи. Котката.
I wasn't going to risk further laceration.
Няма проблем, не сега друго ще направим. Хоп. Ще играем с котката.
The cat made short work of the feather, tearing it into a blizzard of small pieces.
Снежно. Те всички стили ги взехме.
The quill had been torn into small pieces.
Така, сега ще видите що. Тапката, пам-пам-пам. Добре. Айде. Сега с Рио трябва да направим бързо разговорче.
What do you give to a small, irritating girl who asks about everything?
Try a conch. Delicate colors, interesting shape, and when you put it to your ear, you can hear the sea.
Yeah, why's that?
Usually because you're standing next to it.
Cool. Have you got one?
Yeah, but I promised it to my sister. She well vexed with me.
Why is your sister mad with you?
Well, last night when I got home with our supper, she went wild. Rio, she said, how come all you ever catch is puffer fish? A sicker puffer fish. What I want is tiger fish. So don't bother come back home till you catch one, boy. I don't see how I'm gonna catch no tiger fish. All I have is a fishing pole and a worm.
What do you need to catch a tiger fish?
One of them real fancy flies
Drama.
like the rich fishermen use.
Hey, this is just what you need to make a fly.
Thanks. Let's hope them tiger fish hungry. A deal's a deal. Here's a conch.
Хайде, дай ми конч.
It was the conch shell that Rio had given me.
Ето, няма нужда. Тя ще си каже. Тоест, тя ще си има опция. Ето.
Here, I've got a conch. Would you like it?
Dunno. Aunt Frost told me never to take presents from strange men.
I'm not a strange man.
Then why are you called Jaws? Jaws? That's a stupid name.
I'm not called... Look, conch, pretty. Swap for the cross, yes or no? Right, this thing's going out the window.
Okay, we'll do swapsies.
Браво! Излъгахме малкото дете.
Ketch's crucifix was encrusted with precious gems.
Сега мега схемата, гледайте сега.
Ketch's cross slipped snugly into the penholder. Before you ask,
Yeah.
I've put your cross in this little hole in the desk.
Why?
Тянката.
Impulse mainly, with a dash of irrational intuition.
Silly. Only women have intuition.
The lantern cast a strong light over the desktop. The light cast a shadow of the cross. And the shadow fell precisely over a small, unnamed island shaped like a skull.
Like a skull.
That must be it. Ketch's Treasure Island.
Uh-oh. That's Zombie Island. It's a bad place.
No kidding? Well, bad place or not, that's my next port of call.
Can I come too?
The hell you can.
I never get to leave the house.
Можеш ли да го вземем?
I wasn't going to take the cross out of the holder. Somehow I...
Добре. Да отидем. Да тръгваме направо. Котката се еде, рибката изобщо не е интересува. Хоп. Така. Хайде. Чук. Бам.
Would you take me to,
Treasure Island.
Zombie Island?
In this weather? You're mad, man.
The rain will keep the zombies indoors. Just say I did meet a zombie. What would you do?
There ain't no zombies on Zombie Island. At least, not anymore. It's uninhabited.
Good. What do you mean, not anymore?
You still want to go?
I guess.
Well, I ain't had no luck with them tiger fish. And with the mood my sister is in, I'll be safer with the zombies.
Разбира се, че един падна в земята.
So,
Във водата
this
отбърже
was
земята.
Zombie Island. Somehow I'd been expecting something more
Вече
sinister.
празнувам празника.
Come on, Rio. Let's find that treasure.
No, thanks. I'm staying right here.
Oh, come on. You said yourself there's no zombies left.
Yeah, but that was while there was a big pile of seawater between me and this place. All me have now is this little bit between the boat and the shore, and I'm hanging on to it.
It was too high. I couldn't get up there. The outcrop was about the only feature on the cliff face. That Emily sure asks a lot of questions.
Rest it,
For
man.
sure.
This whole Emily business just isn't funny.
Look, we're obviously at cross purposes here. I'm talking about Emily Ketch.
Yeah, and so am I. She was my friend. Her aunts hated it, but we did move together, you know. She used to be real keen at hide and seek. It could take hours to find her. One time, the last time, it took days. She must have shouted and screamed herself hoarse, but there was nobody to hear her.
Where'd she hidden herself?
Captain Ketch's old sea chest. The only way to open it was from the outside.
Suddenly, I didn't feel so good. We never exchanged another word about Emily Ketch.
Lol.
Rio's boat was strewn with fishing nets and tackle. I was quite happy where I was, relatively speaking. It was the boat that Rio had brought. Could I borrow your net?
Yeah, man, no problem. You planning on catching some fish?
Nope. I'm after a big rock. The sea looked inviting, but I was here to do a job. The warm Caribbean.
Catch a rock.
Well, here I go. Wish me luck, Rio.
Good luck, George. Watch out for the Walking Dead.
I stumbled down dark stairwells for what seemed like forever, until suddenly I found myself, wow, In an abandoned London Underground station. This place must have been closed down decades ago.
Нека да седнем. Спуснахме 69%. Спуснахме 69%. Почваме от ляво надясно. А така. Винаги. Не винаги, ама понякога. Chocolate.
I'd probably break my neck if I climbed over the sleepers, or worse, a heel.
Oh,
A
ужас.
pile of old railway
Ще
sleepers
щупи
was
ток.
blocking the platform. The machine looked like it had sold its last ticket a long time ago.
Very long ago.
It was an old ticket machine. A sign read, Tickets 3D.
3D. Bump.
The blade was...
Black.
The machine wasn't about to weigh me for nothing.
Може ли те?
The date on the poster was before I was born. The poster was advertising a play I'd never heard of.
Карта. Не е
It
добре да има
looked just
карта,
like the
човек.
modern one. It was an old map of the London Underground.
Underground. Бам.
It was a maintenance. A latch lock stopped.
Как така? Влакот.
The blade of the dagger just fitted between the door and the soft wood frame. The door gave slightly and then held firm. My fingers were too big to reach. A latch lock stopped me. My fingers... The hair grip was too thick to fit into the crack. My fingers were too... The blade of the dagger was too thick. The blade of the dagger was too thick. The blade of... A warning sign saying high voltage convinced me to leave the lights alone. The train signal light still worked. It was too dangerous to start walking along the tracks. I remembered what always happened to Wile E. Coyote when he did that. It was the tunnel the train had come.
Wile E. Coyote. Чакай. Chocolate.
It might have been a nice souvenir if it hadn't been torn and dirty. The tray was empty. The cup was empty. The machine needed to be fed a coin. The slot was much too thin for my fingers. The blade was... There was no point in... The blade was...
Виж тук. Чакай, вече не се сещам точно, не ми идва от... Веднъж. Ще го направим. Няма къде да отида.
The machine need... 1D only was embossed below the coin slot. Something protruded slightly from the slot.
Right.
The slot was much too thin for my fingers. 1D only. Something
Да видим какво. Да го измъкнем, това дето се подава.
I pushed the hair clip into the slot and whatever was stuck there disappeared into the machine. The machine needed to be fed a... I pulled out an old English penny.
Penny, 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 penny.
It was an old English penny coin. On one side was Britannia, managing to look both virginal and matronly. On the other was the head of King George VI, looking much the same. An ancient bar of chocolate dropped into the tray at the bottom of the machine. And as a special bonus, the penny dropped through to the reject bucket. I pulled out an old English penny. I took the ancient bar of chocolate.
Chocolate, chocolate.
It was a very old bar of chocolate with a row of boys pictured on the wrapper. That won't... I was going to have to think of... That was... I don't think so. That isn't it at...
Мога да замеря тука.
The machine wasn't about to weigh me for nothing. I put the old penny into the slot, the needle twitched rustily and the machine spat out a card. The weight was in imperial units. It meant nothing to me. The card also had my fortune on it. A family quarrel will turn out to your advantage.
Не е това, защото 13 стона са 82 кг. Според Google, никой едва ли е...
It was the small card on...
72 кг.
I remembered my student days when I regularly forgot my house keys. A wiggle with the thick cord between the frame and the lock, and the latch lifted.
Ще спрем влака.
The train was my ride out of there. I could worry about not having a ticket when I got to the docks.
GG. Така, добре. Господин Гош. Ето. Отиваме на горния път. Леко стоим срещу него на левия път.
Nothing, I mean nothing, would possess me to step into that swamp.
Yeah.
It was a short, hollow reed.
Нещо такова беше.
The end of the reed was too narrow for the dart to fit into. Wrong.
Вижте е така. Айде. То се вижда това, че цялото е такова. Плато.
What the? Steady, guy. It's just a monkey.
Интересно маймуна.
There was something in that hole beneath the rock. As soon as I stooped to investigate the hole, its inhabitant disappeared into the darkness.
Когато...
What the? Steady, guy. It's just a monkey.
Но когато имаме пръчка и дупка, какво правим? Винаги бъркаме с пръчката в дупката.
The end of the reed had been neatly bitten off.
Така.
Now I knew what was living in there. A long-toothed, snarling, furry wild thing.
Furry wild thing. Ето сега ще го направим на оръжие. Опа.
The dart fitted snugly into the reed. Great. I was tooled up and dangerous. The poisoned dart was loosely lodged inside the reed. Stay cool,
Птичка.
Stobart. It was only a bird. It looked just the same as every other path.
Изплашен е птичката, бе. Така, сега. Поемем по другия път. Сега това дали ще се отвори? Ето. Май не. Я, ако го цъкнем.
Oh no, I wasn't going in. It was a stagnant swamp.
Това, хайде. Ето, отвори само. Погледна ни.
Cool, Stobart. It was only a bird.
Айде да хващаме десния път. Айде. Още водичка. Още гъбки. Гъбки. Вижте го, бе.
The path was blocked by an ugly and extremely dangerous-looking boar. The boar's expression said, "Forget it, Stobart."
Дали ако му дадем гащите? Мрежа? Точно така. Браво, Стобарт. Кретен. Айде, застреляй го. Каква стрелба, а? Чичи. Горкия пращчо. Какво да го правиш? Нагата стрелят. Старт.
The rock was partially overgrown by creepers.
Вземе.
The creeper just came away from the rock as I pulled it.
Браво, бе, човек, вземе го, бе.
The creeper didn't look like it would hold my weight.
Ама, ти си го вържи като Рамбо. Абе, вземи го, бе, прасе такова глупово. Тъй като се опитва сам да вземе решение.
Unpleasant and fleshy.
Unpleasant and fleshy. Is that a dick reference?
No good. I'd have to be bitten by a radioactive spider before I stood any chance of getting up there.
Radioactive spider. Може с това ли беше?
I could see no point in tying the net to the creepers on the rock. I'd better think this through.
Нещо такова беше с мрежата, с тия крипъри.
The net attached easily enough to the creeper and seemed secure.
Не бе, човек.
It was a needle of rock in... It didn't look like a natural formation. I remembered Ketch's log. For is it not writ that 'tis easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle? It seemed pretty relevant now.
Добре де. Защо? Психомеч. То ние правим като локтро повече, не. Не повече локтро, отколкото плейтро. Само, че това защо не ще? Creeper with net. Не бе. Здрастите, ще е добре дошъл и добра вечер. Как я караш? Добре, сега това... това е начина. Добре де. Защо?
It was a needle of... It was the crept out creeper with the net tied to it.
Ми даде. Така. Браво на те. Добре, че си хапнал и сега. Какво ще трябваше да се направи, малко? Сетих се, тая тъпотия трябва да ползвам. За да мога после да му взема координатите. Аре бе. Докато се сетя.
Great. I'd created some sort of creeper marker fishing net assembly. Sometimes I terrify myself with my creative genius.
Да бе. Айде.
I'd successfully got the marker into a position near the
Сега
top
ще станем ние
simply by using
геодезист.
the kind of lateral thinking that can get you institutionalized. Тук ли беше пътя?
Има то така. Чакай. Нали, тук как се ходеше до там, бе? То май само тук може. Нали биш, знаеш ли? Тие бирите не помагат, ама... Окей, да ще видим. Комаренко, виж го. Мръсника. Не. Тук исках да отида, бе.
Hold on. I've been here before. Haven't I?
Да има нещо такова.
What the? Steady, guy. It's just a monkey.
Тук сме. Чакайте веднага да сейвна, да не вземе да стане някакъв шит. Слагаме кирията. Айде първо го погледне, малумник такъв.
Initials carved into the stone read F.K. Frederick Ketch had been here. Initials had been carved into the rock. 3 shallow holes had been made in the rock. Joining the dots would make an equilateral triangle. The hill I was on had reminded me of a camel's hump as I'd climbed up it. Now I had to see what I could see.
I had to see or I could see. Не бе. Не, ара.
It was Bronson's theodolite, now being put to a nobler use than petty larceny. Joining the dots...
Хайде. Вярно, че те беше.
It was an enormous cave. Every tourist for the last 3 centuries must have been in that one.
Наистина, да. Много напомня тук на
enormous...
Оп.
Heck, Ketch could have hidden his treasure anywhere. This island's full of hiding places. It was the marker which I had raised up the needle of rock. I could see the marker I had fastened on the rock down in the forest, and right in line with it, that had to be where Ketch had hidden his treasure.
Чакай, ето. Можеш от така директно. Вижте какво става тук. Така си.
I couldn't open the crate, and I couldn't move it. That was no good.
No good.
The crate was a good hiding place, but I couldn't stay there forever. It was risky, but I thought I could get to the next crate unseen. The Xibalba princess lay at anchor just below Tower Bridge. I knew I'd found the right ship as soon as I saw Pablo at the rail. Pablo, Kazak's pet sadist. The crate sheltered me from unfriendly eyes. It was Tower Bridge, a magnificent mess of mock Gothic architecture and Victorian engineering. A mop for swabbing the deck stood against the wall. It looked like the door to some sort of utility locker. Metal hooks had been welded onto each side of the door frame. A ladder gave access to the cabin's roof. It was a porthole to the main cabin. It was the door to the boat's main cabin.
Давай на колетки. Ето може да видите защо на кораб не се ходи с къса пола. Защото като се качваш по трапа и ти се виждат гащичките. Да се знае.
A guard patrolled the deck. He was sure to be armed.
То е невъзможно.
The tactical advantage of hiding in there.
То просто е невъзможно. То ти е в лицето. Бам.
I didn't think I had time to get up the...
Аре бе, му се... О, давай,
I
чакай.
didn't...
Чуй.
The Xibalba princess lay at anchor just below Tower Bridge. I knew I'd found the right ship as soon as I saw Pablo at the rail. Pablo, Kazakh's pet sadist. A guard patrolled the deck.
Давай. Давай, Николетки. Така. Този пъзел ми харесва, защото е все едно от анимационен филм. Защо не стана... Хайде, качвай се. Абе, защо се бави толкова много, човек? Николето. О, я. Стрим елемент. Какво ми казват? О, стрим елемент ми казват, ето ти спонсоршип кампания за Shadow Legends. Няма да се възползваме. Така. Айде, муцка, бързо се качвай горе, Николето! Ще ми ходи тя на пристанището с дрехи за вечеря. Така. Хайде сега, отивай и отваряй вратата. И веднага. То може би аз просто много бавно слизам. Ето тя виж колко се забавя. Не знам защо се забавя толкова. Ще сейвна горе като съм, защото ми писна. Така. Айде сега, качвай се на стълбата. Тоест изобщо не го интересува той човек, копа от тук до тук. Добре. Окей, сега ще изчакаме и като задмине. Давай. Така, хайде. Хайде готово. Така. Сега чакаме. А той предния път е бягал до тук така, мръсника гаден. Както казах, като на анимационен филм. Бам! Бам! Хе-хе!
It was then that I realized that there was no lock.
Забавихме се. Забавихме се. Това исках да направя. Това исках да направя, да сложа метлата. Голяма драма, бе, голяма драма. Аз ще изчакаме да се покаже. Хем знаем пъзела как се решава, обаче про гейминг, колкото си искаш. Така си. Айде. Айде, Николета. Ако може малко по-бързо. Айде метлата взимай сега. Слагай. Джиджи. Чайте да сейвнем, че.
But the collar woman was there. They'll know it was me.
But you have the stone. The right stone, you're sure?
Yes, of course, it's the Jaguar stone. No possible mistake. Here it is. Karzak, please. The police will be looking for me soon. You're going to get me out of the country, aren't you?
Stop your whining, Ubier. Do you have any idea what this stone symbolizes?
I thought you just wanted it to frighten the natives.
Fool. I intend to cast this stone into the sea.
But why? It's unique.
Exactly. With it gone, the Mayan priest's plan to destroy Tezcatlipoca cannot succeed.
I can assure you that Tezcatlipoca is a mythical figure.
Such a small mind you live in. Tezcatlipoca is real. I have seen him in my dreams. We have spoken of his plans for this world. We have spoken of your part in these plans.
My part?
He told me you would be useful. He told me how to crush your spirit by turning you to drugs.
My wife died. You know that full well. She was my world, my everything.
And now, you are no longer useful. She called out your name as she died, you know.
What? What are you saying?
And then they thought you'd done it. It all worked perfectly.
You? It was you? You bastard! You monster! For the love of God, Karzak!
Which one?
Този е гъдник.
I couldn't just rifle his body without making sure he was really dead. There were no signs of life, but I checked that Ubiye really was beyond help. We were going to need the stone to thwart Karzak. I knew Ubiye would have approved. It was the Jaguar stone, all right.
Имам нож, копеле! Скай сега какво става? Вземи! В хуя точно! Там му е хуя, в крака.
Pirates? I was about to make good my escape when...
Cut! Who the hell are you?
I can explain everything.
Don't bother.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were making a movie.
So who are you?
Stobart. George Stobart. 2 B's and 2 T's.
It's okay, Mr. Hawks. He wasn't in the shot.
Hawks? This had to be Carlton Hawks, the newest enfant terrible of Tinseltown. I'd read about him. Mailroom boy makes good. Nice to know it was still possible to get to be a director armed with only an encyclopedic knowledge of postal charges.
Stay out of the way, surfer boy. I'll deal with you later.
Surfer boy?
Така. Тръгваме от най-ляво, от най-дясно. Така.
It was a pile of pancakes which were being devoured by the big guy. He couldn't get enough of them.
Дай жив и здрав.
It was a plate of buns. The bun was so stale it felt like a small rock.
Haha, small rock, okay. Добре.
It was a pot of maple syrup.
Добре.
It was a plain pancake.
Добре. Печене.
Hi, George Stobart.
Hello, mate.
You're English, right?
Blimey, you don't miss much, do you? Bert Savage, have you seen what the caterers laid on today? Buns and pancakes.
That's awful.
It's an improvement on yesterday. The buns are stale, but the pancakes are bloody lovely. What have you got there?
Would you like a pancake, Bert?
No thanks, mate. I've plenty here.
How long have you been in the movie business?
Flipping years, mate. Absolutely flipping years. I was in the army before that. Thought to myself, you've been risking your bleeding neck every day. Why not cash in on it like?
So you became a stuntman, just like that?
Nah, of course not. I had to do the training first.
What training does a stuntman do?
First, they told me to stand in the road. Then, they rammed me down. Straight up. Drove at me with a car. I couldn't believe it. I was up on the bonnet and over the other side before I realised he wasn't stopping. Then they threw me downstairs a bit and gives me a certificate.
Did you ever work with Carol Climax?
The Dirty Dachshund? I'll say. Flipping princess, mate.
I heard she was very beautiful.
Mind you, she acted like one too. Ordering this, demanding that.
Did you ever meet Bertrand Oubier?
Meet him? No. I saw him a few times, though. He didn't like his wife being in films.
Do you think Oubier murdered his wife?
I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Mind you, there were plenty of people who could have done her in.
I thought the public loved her.
Yeah, but people who knew her saw the other side.
Would you like a bun?
No way. The last one I tried cracked my dentures.
Do you want to try some syrup with your pancakes?
No thanks, mate. I've got to watch my waistline.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
What's that, mate? Stone axe?
No, it's just a piece of polished stone.
Very nice indeed. Shine it up a bit, you get a few bob for that.
Would you like a pan?
No thanks, mate.
Hi, I'm George Stobart.
My name's Harris. Most people call me Flash.
You're the cameraman, right?
That's right.
Why'd they call you Flash? You used to be a stills photographer?
Nope.
I decided not to pursue the subject. There was nothing else I wanted to ask the cameraman. It was a camera, mounted on a precarious dolly, or whatever they call them. You wouldn't get me up there. I was talking to Mr. Savage, the stuntman. Is he all right?
What makes you say that?
He's not making any sense.
The guy's English.
What's the name of the movie?
Are you trying to be funny?
No.
It's Treasure Island, the only book I ever read twice.
I don't recall any girls in Treasure Island.
Gotta think box office. People like that kind of thing.
What other changes have you made to the story?
Just a few minor details.
You haven't written out Long John Silver.
Are you questioning my integrity as an artist? Of course Silver's still in it. We've even hung on to Captain Flint.
His parrot.
His trained attack falcon. Why do you think Blind Pew's blind?
Did you say you've changed the ending of the story?
That's right.
Do they find the treasure?
Yeah, but that comes later, after they've escaped the volcanic eruption.
A volcano?
Sure. Krakatoa.
All the millions spent on a movie, and nobody thinks to buy an atlas. Who's playing Jim Hawkins?
Haiku McEwen. Oh, don't tell me you've never heard of him.
I don't go to the movies too often.
Jeez. Haiku is only the hottest teen star in Hollywood. That's why we're on such a tight schedule. Gotta film the close-ups before he hits puberty.
Who's the leading lady?
Don't you recognize her? That's Sharon Kowalski.
Oh, right. I'd never heard of her. You know what the locals call this place, don't you?
No, but I guess you're gonna tell me.
Zombie Island.
Zombies?
A crazed gleam came into his eye.
Get me the writers. Get me makeup. I want zombie pirates in this movie by the end of today.
Айде, зомбита.
Hey there. I'm George Stobart.
Well, hi, handsome. You're cute. I wish it was you playing the lead male instead of that kid.
I can't act, ma'am.
So what? I bet you can kiss.
I couldn't believe I was having this conversation with a real movie star. What's it like sharing the spotlight with an actor who's young enough to be your son?
What do you mean?
What do you think of Hawk's treatment of Treasure Island?
It's okay, I guess. I never saw the original.
It's a book. One of my favorites.
Really? The novelization's out already?
What part are you playing?
Pirate Babs, the ruthless and passionate lady buccaneer. It's a great part. I get to kiss a lot, and I kick ass. Like the boots?
Would you like this bun?
All right. Oh, wait a minute. Hawks is watching me. Don't let him see it. Oh, he's looking right at me.
What's the matter?
Never mind. Just put that cake away and pretend you weren't talking to me.
What do you think of these?
Ew, they're awful.
You have no idea how much you've just gone up in my estimation. Take a look at this ancient Mayan artifact.
That's just a hunk of stone with a picture scratched on it.
In a way, I guess. You don't happen to have seen anything similar, have you?
No.
Would you like a bite of this pancake?
Hell no. I only have to look at those things and my thighs swell like balloons.
An interesting concept. I found this reed in the swamp on the other side of the island.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I used it to shoot a poisoned dart at a wild boar. It was a real-life drama, not just a scene from a movie.
Right.
She was having trouble with the whole real life is not a movie concept. Hi there, George Stobart.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Haiku McEwen.
You're playing Jim Hawkins, right?
Jimbo. I had Mr. Hawks change his name.
Jimbo Hawkins, right. Is your name really Haiku?
Yeah. It was my mom's idea, okay? When I was born, I was so small and perfectly formed I reminded her of a Japanese poem.
Well, I guess it could have been worse. She could have called you Limerick.
That's my middle name.
Did you always want to be an actor?
I don't think of what I do as acting, man.
You're not alone.
It's more like I'm the voice of my generation. What I'm saying for the kids on the street.
Which is what? I'm crap, I'm going nowhere?
Huh? What are you saying, man?
Stobart, get out of shot. Positions, everybody.
I'll get a flip chart and explain it to you later, Haiku.
Haiku, baby, are you ready?
Okay, man. Which scene is this?
You've been captured by Silver's accomplice, Pirate Babs, who's fallen in love with you.
That whirring sound you can hear? It's Robert Louis Stevenson spinning in his grave.
Okay, people, top of page 76, Sharon.
What about my big speech?
It's been cut. Everybody ready? Up to speed. Quiet on the set. Okay, let's make magic.
Oh, please.
And action!
Why don't you forget that dumb old squire and his bunch of merry men? Can't you see we were made for each other?
I know, but Squire Trelawney saved my life, Captain Babs. Why, if it hadn't have been for him, that giant octopus would have made mincemeat out of me.
But right now he thinks you're a traitor. He's locked you out of the stockade, Jimbo.
That 20-foot-high wall with spikes might have kept out Silver's men, but it ain't gonna stop me.
Oh, Jimbo.
And cut! Good heavy breathing, Sharon.
Natch, I'm a pro.
Did you get the heavy breathing flash?
Ето, това са модерните филми. Виж колко отдавна са ги тук така изобразили. Модерният Холивуд, това е. Както променят соус материала постоянно. Така.
Hey, Haiku.
Yeah, man.
Would you like a bun?
No way, man. I have to be careful what I eat.
Yeah. Never eat anything smarter than yourself. I may not be making millions of dollars, and I may not have thousands of nubile, if uncritical, young women lusting for my body, but I've got something that you haven't. This small piece of coal.
Man, you're getting freaky on me.
Do you like a pancake?
Look at that thing, man. It's dripping with syrup. You'll have every bug in 10 miles on your case if you get that stuff on you.
I guess you're right. As I walked towards the bush, it started buzzing angrily. There was a hornet's nest somewhere in that bush.
Не. Сега вижте какво ще направим. Бжиц. Не сещам точно в каква последователност трябваше да се правят работите, ама не сме седнали.
Those hornets were not pleased.
Може да вземеш още една. Зеля, бе. Да. Сега с това трябваше да говорим. Ейде, приятел.
I don't want to worry you, but there's a hornet's nest over in that bush.
Hornets. That reminds me of a film I was in. The Black Hornet.
The Black Hornet? I don't remember seeing that one.
Before your time, most likely.
What happens in it?
Lummy, what don't happen in it? I was shot, stabbed, fed to piranhas, dangled from an airship, and trampled by a zebra.
No, I mean, what was the plot?
Plot?
Would you like a pancake, Bert?
Don't mind if I do.
The pancake oozed maple syrup all over Bert's chins.
You put bloody syrup on that pancake. Now it's messed me all up.
Those hornets were not...
Get that camera rolling. This could be good. Cut and printed. That was brilliant, folks. Okay, the next scene is down on the beach. This is where Hawkins finds the treasure in the Cave of the Crabs.
Would those be giant killer crabs by any chance?
Giant mutant killer crabs with attitude.
There it was, the rock I'd seen from the camel's hump. Now that I was close up, I could make out a small cave near the top of the pillar.
Hey, you! Trouble!
Who, me?
I want you to stay right where I can keep an eye on you.
I'm not one of your lackeys, Hawks. I go where I like.
Not here, you don't. The movie company has rented this island for the duration. You're trespassing. Do as you're told or you're gone.
Why don't you use that cave up on the rock pillar at the end of the beach?
We don't have a stuntman anymore.
Hey, I'll do the stunt.
I appreciate the offer, but if you fall, you'll sue us.
No, I won't.
Everybody hear that?
I heard it.
Good enough, we're covered. Got any experience?
Death-defying leaps, desperate fistfights, getting caught in explosions, you name it.
Okay, people, move out. We're shooting the scene at the end of the beach.
No, we're not. The camera's still bogged down.
Shoot, I forgot about that. No go, Stobart. We'll have to use this cave after all.
You don't look happy.
Why should I be happy? Look at that cave. It's supposed to be where the treasure is.
So?
Look at it. It's crap. Does that look like the sort of place anybody would hide treasure? I should have had props build me a proper damn cave. A cinematic cave.
What do you mean, a cinematic cave?
One with drama. Danger. One that looks like the mouth of a big stone skull would be cool, but I'd settle for drama and danger.
What do you think of Haiku McEwen?
What's to think? The kid will have earned more by the time his balls drop than I'll earn in a lifetime. Good luck to him.
Mr. Hawks doesn't like that cave. He says it isn't cinematic enough.
Well, that's just too tough. The camera's bogged down in the sand. If he wants the shot done today, it'll have to be that cave.
There's a pretty good cave over on the other side of the bay.
The one up in that finger of rock? We'd need a stuntman.
You got a stuntman.
We ain't got no stuntman. Bird injured his back doing that dumb wall jump.
Flash?
Yep.
We can't film at the Needle Rock because the camera's bogged down, right?
You got it, champ.
So why can't we use the portable camera instead?
You know, that's a pretty smart idea.
I've been talking to the cameraman. He's got a portable camera.
So?
So you can use the cave in that rock pillar at the end of the beach. That's a dramatic cave if ever I saw one.
We ain't got a stabilized harness for it. The camera will wobble.
Did D.W. Griffiths have a stabilized harness when he made Birth of a Nation?
You're right, damn it. Hitchcock, Wells, none of them needed one. For crying out loud, Sam Raimi stabilized his camera on a plank. Props, get me a plank. We're gonna wing it. Hot dog. We're gonna do a cinema verite pirate movie. George, get to wardrobe. We're gonna make you a star.
On my way. Ready when you are, Mr. Hawks. It was the stone which Ketch had captured from the Spanish. The Eagle Stone.
I returned to Quaramonte and found that George had left a message with Conchita. He'd already left for the Indian village, so I hurried to catch up with him. When I arrived, I found a scene of desolation. These sunglasses are George's. George, where are you? Titi Poco, I'm almost glad to see you. You little asshole, what happened here? Are you responsible for this? And where's George? Have you seen him? He was pointing to the remains of a burned-out hut.
Така, добре. Добре.
That barrel would have looked great on my patio, filled with shrubs. There was nothing in the barrel. That cup was no use to me. It was a small drink. It was the jaguar stone which I'd found in London. They were George's shade. It was Titi Poco. I still hadn't forgiven him for knocking me out with his poisoned dart.
Poco.
These are George's shades, right? Has he been here?
Jaws!
Where is he now? What's that? It looks like the stone we bought from Paris, but it's different. Yes, it has a carving of an eagle. That clinches it. George must have found this stone in the Caribbean and managed to hide the stone when the village was attacked by Carzak's men. I hope to God that George was all right. Where's George? George has been here, right? He was pointing to the smoldering remains of a hut. The barrel was too heavy to move. It was too hot to pick up. It was a very hot and blackened stone. It was a smashed lantern, probably the cause of this destruction. I didn't need the lantern since it was still daylight. Besides, it was broken. There was nothing I wanted to ask him. It was too hot to pick up.
Странно тук.
I just didn't have the strength. Hey, Shorty, make yourself useful and help me with this barrel. Thanks.
Thanks.
I recognize that. It's the coyote stone.
Coyote stone.
I had the coyote and jaguar stones. Titipoco had the eagle, according to the shaman. That's all we needed to deal with Tezcatlipoca. Pity he hadn't any ideas for dealing with Carzak. What is it? Where are you pointing? The ground was covered in ashes. The thought that they might be human chilled me to the bone. Would you like some chocolate, Titipoco? It's good vintage. You're smarter than you look. How did you hook up with a maniac like Carzak in the first place?
Carzak? Whoop whoop loco!
Yes, he scares me too. Titipoco, any ideas what I can do with this rope? He just looked at me. If anybody was going to come up with a plan, it was going to have to be me. It was a simple wooden platform lift, used for shifting equipment, I presumed. The engine looked like it was supposed to power the lift. The cap was attached to the lift engine by a chain. There was a lever mounted on the side of the motor. The button didn't seem to do anything. The button didn't seem to do anything. It was a small, screw-fit cylindrical housing. It was an old electricity generator. It looked like a fuel line.
Hey, señorita!
Too late. I had been seen.
Bonjour, Capitaine.
Only Sergeant, pretty one. What are you doing here?
Snuggles said I could come here with him.
Snuggles?
Oh, I mean the General. We're, friends. May I go up the pyramid?
We have strict instructions not to let anybody pass.
Oh, but I've told you who I am. Surely nobody would mind.
Well...
Oh, please, I'd be ever so grateful.
I tell you what. I'll ask Pablo if it's okay for you to go up.
If Pablo saw me, I'd be dead. No, it's not worth the bother. I'm not really that interested in their stupid pyramid anyway.
Well, okay. It's men's work up there anyway.
I'll just run along and play around here, okay?
Okay, you do that.
I didn't want to push my luck by talking. I really didn't. I really did. The motor spluttered into life. The engine was working okay, but it wasn't connected to the equipment lift. The engine stopped dead. The scaffold gantry went all the way up the pyramid. Titi Poco, I have an important job for you. Take this rope to the top of this scaffolding and throw it over the top.
Rope.
The motor spluttered into life. Titi Poco, when I tell you, I want you to copy what I am doing.
Copy.
Okay? Copy. George! I realized those bastards were going to sacrifice George to Tezcatlipoca over my dead body.
Bastards! Bastards!
Thankfully, George was the only one to notice me.
Where are they? The eclipse is about to happen.
Patience. Your mother will be here soon and Karzak will be close behind. Just keep the Yankee covered and leave the worrying to others.
Yeah, Raoul.
The maniacs were going to sacrifice George.
Shut up,
George.
Just shut up.
Calm down. He's no threat.
Hey, Raoul, why don't you do us both a favor and shoot Pablo?
You're very funny, Stobart. I haven't forgotten Marseille. When Karzak cuts your heart out, I'll be the one laughing.
I'll bet I'm not the only one due for the chop around here either. Hey, Raoul?
I'm warning you.
Raoul was a bundle of raw nerves. I hoped George wouldn't push him too far. Karzak's goons had left an ammunition belt lying around. There were a few sealed crates and drums. None of them looked like they might be useful. It was Pablo, Karzak's right-hand sadist. It smelled coppery, like blood. The whole place stank like an abattoir. General Raoul Graziento. I didn't fancy Raoul's chances once Karzak didn't need him anymore. It was a stone table. Given the history of the place, I wondered how many poor wretches had lost their lives and hearts upon it. I couldn't get the belt into the flames without... I wasn't going to risk...
О, чакай бе.
It was a round of ammunition.
Сетих се сега. Сега трябва да слезем долу. Честно, точно тук в тази част. Абе, по-сложно са го направили, наистина по-трудно се сеща човек, обаче нещо не ма кефят пъзелите. Ей, тук точно в края на играта. Земя. С него ли трябваше да говорим? Да.
Titipoko, do you still have that lighter gun you pulled on me so amusingly?
Yeah.
What's going on over there? Do you need help, my pretty?
Nothing's wrong. I dropped, a cigarette butt. Everything is under control. I'll have the fire out in a minute or two.
Изгоних го.
What's that? What's happening?
Trouble.
Give it up. The pyramid's surrounded.
I'll find out what the trouble is. Watch Stubber doesn't pull any tricks. If he does, shoot him in the head, not through the heart.
Why does it matter? He'll be dead either way.
His heart belongs to Tezcatlipoca.
That's not true. We just had dinner a couple of times.
Drop the gun or I shoot.
Please, don't hurt me.
Lol.
Don't worry yourself. My finger isn't loaded.
Nico, what are you doing here?
Firstly, I'm going to set George free, and then screw up Karzak's scheme.
No, I can't let you do that. Karzak has promised me power.
Raoul, wake up. The only thing Karzak has on offer is death. You may want to ask Oublié, except you can't. Karzak murdered him.
You're lying. Oublié's in Europe.
Sure, he's in Europe. In London, on a mortuary slab with 2 bullet holes in him.
But Karzak promised. When he frees Tezcatlipoca, we'll all be granted great power.
Listen to her, Raoul. Karzak's insane.
I don't know. I need to think.
You've let your mother do your thinking for you up to now. You need to think for yourself. Your mother and Karzak think alike. There's only one expendable member of the plan left, and that's you.
Mother would never betray me.
Oh, I'm tired of trying to reason with you, Raoul. Titipoko. Watch this man, and if he makes a move, shoot him with your gun. Hold still, George. I don't want to sacrifice you by accident.
You have no idea how glad I am to see you.
They were going to cut your heart out. I think I can guess. We can save the happy reunions for later. We've got to move. Come on!
We're safe.
This is a dead end.
We're toast. I know, Titipoko. I'm not too happy here either.
He knows this is Tezcatlipoca's pyramid. The house of the enemy.
Well, we can't stay here like rats in a trap.
And we can't go out the way we came in. It would be suicide. I'll have a look round. Maybe there's another way out. In the meantime, take this. It's the Coyote Stone. It might bring you luck, I hope.
You managed to recover the stones from the village? Then we might have a chance after all. Incidentally, what would Titipoco have done if Graciento had moved?
Titipoco? Nothing. He's given up violence.
Добре.
This was a time for action. George?
Yeah?
There was nothing I wanted. On the wall was an intricate pattern in blue and gold. The pattern seemed to have only The pattern meant nothing. The lever was made of stone. Oof! The lever was very difficult to move and appeared to do nothing anyway. George?
Yeah?
That lever didn't seem to do anything.
Know what I say? Nil desperandum.
George, sometimes I could just punch you. I'd already tried that. Heave! Still no good. George?
Yeah?
George, I can only pull one lever at a time, and I think we need to pull both together.
Okay, I'm up for that.
Raoul, there's something suspicious. This sacrifice! Where is it?
Nico was here with Titipoco. They set him free. I couldn't stop them.
You idiot! I should have strangled you at birth. Titipoco's gone soft. He wouldn't have hurt you.
I know that.
The darkness of the sun is almost upon us, and we have no sacrifice to appease Tezcatlipoca. Have you any idea what your incompetence will cost us?
I think so. And I'm glad.
What?
The Mayans weren't fools. Tezcatlipoca should stay exactly where they put him.
Finally got some backbone from somewhere, huh? Shame it's so late in the day.
I'd rather die than see you and Karzak with that devil's power.
Fine, we're still a sacrifice short. See, the eclipse begins. Pablo, kill him! Tezcatlipoca can feed upon his yellow heart.
Nico was right all along, but it's still not too late. Come on then, Pablo. Let's see who sacrifices who.
What place is this? I was in some sort of strange room. Tiles and dials. The priests who designed this place must have known how to use them. I was going to have to figure it out for myself if I ever wanted to get out of here. It was the great stone head that had spat me out. It reminded me of an ex-boyfriend, on both counts. The room was dominated by an enormous device, decorated with the usual Mayan motifs. It held two great discs, each covered in glyphs. It was the great disc machine. There was a statue of a monkey, some sort of religious significance. The monkey held a board containing more tiles with colored glyphs on them. The monkey held a board containing more tiles with colored glyphs on them. The tile didn't move at all.
Не го помня много, ама трябваше да направим комбинация от символи да съвпада. Обаче какво точно беше?
The tile didn't want to move.
Чакайте, вънка се чуват сирени. Интересно, добре, сега. Сега, значи, тук какво беше? Тука... Да, ето го. Тези двете са това. Е така. После това и това са това. Как не, бе? Как не? Това е. Или не? Това е, да, защото това, да. Това е това. Второто и петото са първото. Нали така? Така. Добре. Търсим змия. Ето я. Сега, кое беше? Това, ама то кое е? Май точно е той. Сега ще видим. Така. Не. Те чак така ли издребняваха, бе, човек? Аз трябваше този пъзел да го оставя за друг стрим. Този пъзел. То ще замине, може би, 1 час, да. Защото реално... Ни трябва това да направим първо. Нали така?
The tile moved slightly.
Те. Сега не трябва змията и... Кое? Не, бе. Добре, тук как беше? Защото аз сега тук като го натисна няма стане. Кое изпускам, бе, мамка? Нали, ние направихме това и сега змията. Тя къде е? Ето я, тук е. Кое е второто на горния ред? Имаме два горни реда и две втори. За това ли говориш? Или за змията? Това. Да, и аз това съм мъча да видя, обаче не мога да... Това тръгнах да правя аз знам какво трябва да направя. Обаче... Не мога да... Добре, да... Аха, това е тук. Оф. Да, ето го е, това е. Аз и това не видях, това не можах да видя. Естествено, много е приятно, че не можеш да ги въртиш в обратна посока. Ама, код такова. Може, бе. Окей, това не го знаех. Охо, единички, добре дошъл, как си? Драго ме да те видя, добра ти вечер. Те. Да, от коя страна натиснеш оттам е. Това чак сега го разбрах. Толкова състояние. Добре, сега. Сега чебурашката трябва. Да видим сега. Как трябва да стане? Тя от какво се състои? Да, виж. Вярно. Иначе няма да такова. Окей, значи знаем, че е вярно. Да. Да. Така.
The dial didn't want to move.
Didn't want to move.
The dial didn't want to move.
Така, значи чебурашката е от това. И от това. Тия двете. Нали? Да. Ама и нещо зелено има вътре, майка му, да. Не, това е. Това е. Не! От това и това. 3 и 8. Добре, дайте да сглобим първо шибаната чебурашка. Ето го цветето. Ето я. Да, 3 и 10, да. 3 и 10, но разбрахме се. Ето е тук така е. Или? Коя от двете беше? Не видях с кои уши е. Има две чебурашки. С сините. Сини уши, окей. Оп. Така. И сега това е това. И това мисля, че. Нали, вътрешното синьо коремче. Да, коремчето му отвътре е синьо. Окей. Окей. Ето сега щеш да бъде много хубаво едно нагоре, нали? Защо от другата страна? Можеше на другата страна върти от другата страна, ли? Ясно. Ето сега ще го пробваме. Окей. Ще го използваме за нещо друго, бе. Аз той тотално съм го забрал. Добре, ето сега направихме и коремчето. Оп. Ето сега чебурашка. Кафява чебурашка. Сега това е това, което е той. Окей, дай да почнем първо с него. И ние направо ще го завъртим надолу. Опа. Ела сега тук. И е това нещо тук. Как се напъва горката? Ама то представям си тия каманаци как се въртят, бе, човек. Така. И сега какво? Е това. Само е това ли? Да. Нали, краченцата. Тези краченца. И сега пак да погледнем. Кафяво отвътре е това нещо. Светло и тъмно кафяво. Е това. Окей. Окей. Ето го, крокодила Гена с 3 крачета. То по-скоро това долу дет прилича на зелената чебурашка, може да е крокодила Гена, ама... Окей, почти сме готови. Мислех, че повече време ще ни отнеме. Добре, и сега... Трите зелени крачета, ето ги. Долу е Маша, добре. Трите зелени крачета, почваме с тях. Нали с разваленото тяло тук, да. Това е развалено, защото половината е зелено, половината е кафяво. Те. Аха, ето го. Така. Така. Този пъзел ми харесва специално, този ми харесва. Предния малко тъй състои, варито използвай, варилно и не използвай, не. Защото този е доста такъв визуален, много як. Приятен пъзел е. От друга страна пък, веднъж като го разбереш, ще става супер елементарен и само дете се губиш времето. Така че го има и това, нали? Така, и тук какво стана? Това тук. То къде е? То е това ли? Ма е то. Едното, където е с боксова ръкавица. Аха. Yeah, GG.
Et voilà, George once told me that there's an act to finding secret doors. I think I'm beginning to get the hang of it.
Добре.
So I thought, this is it, you know? This is true love. Anyway, I have to leave for a few weeks, and when I come back, what do I find? Damn right. And with who? Labano, that creep.
Huh?
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Oh, heck. Looks like another dead-end titty poco. Any ideas? I was hoping for something a little more constructive. Never mind, I'll have a look around.
Добре.
Look, I need to light this torch. Can you do something clever with a couple of sticks, or flint and tinder, or...
Lol.
Or a cheesy novelty cigarette lighter, as it turned out. Well, there was nothing else to do around here, so I pulled the lever.
Okay.
Nothing's happened. Oh, I hate that. Don't you hate that? Did it, Poco? Oh my...
Oh. Something happened.
Great. I had no idea where I was, no idea where the others had got to, and time was running out to stop Karzak. Still, I wasn't dead yet, so it wasn't all bad news.
Yeah.
A stone slab that must have weighed tons sealed the door.
No.
Charming.
Абе, какво да се говорим, доста е красиво, определено. Печелят наградата за сетове.
Lovely. Looks like my school gym teacher. The statue looked like it doubled as an incense burner. There was a stone lever to the right of the doorway.
Еми, дърпам я. И другата дърпаме. Там видяхте ли, че се отворихме?
The door was sealed by a massive...
Бам.
Every time I think this place can't get any spookier, it does. How rapouche. The carving reminded me of Lane for some reason.
Тук е тази мисля, че трябваше да дръпнем. Та реално обиколихме.
Yes, finally. I'm out of here.
Оп. Направихме една малка обиколчица тук. Това е много приятно пъзълче. Добре. Давай.
Cool. Onwards and downwards, Mr. Stobart.
Еми, найде. Onwards and down.
This was it. The pyramid's central chamber. Its dark heart. Once before in my life, I'd stood in front of a door and thought, this is it. If I go through there, I'm going to die. I'd been wrong then. I hoped I was wrong now. This was the door that led to the central chamber and the smoking mirror.
Вземи този лазер сега, копеле! Ами, това е. GG. На всички. Надявам се играта да ви е харесала. Аз лично я харесвам повече от първата. Въпреки че е доста кратка игра. Много се радвам, че си има ремастър. Остаряла е много добре. Нали, смисъл, логично е да се играе ремастъра. Но самата игра като изпълнение е остаряла много, много добре. Много е приятна за игра. Може би Нико тук беше малко underdeveloped, или поне от моята гледна точка, а пък Джордж с малко по-слаб е така характер от първата игра. Да, точно така, психометче, много си прав. Аз затова съм много голям фен на този тип графика. Той ми е най-любим от всичките. Въпреки че много пъти, нали, сме говорили за пиксел арт и така нататък. Този стил на мен ми е любим и според мене това трябваше да е стила и на последния Monkey Island, който излезе. Въпреки че, нали, Monkey Island са култови игри и там си имат ремейкове и така нататък. Арт стила на Monkey Island, новия, който е, на мен изобщо не ми допада. Ама изобщо. А пък на последната игра абсурд. Разбирам защо такъв стил са избрали. Леко такъв комичен. Окей, добре. Но за мен това е стила. И така. Играта... Мисля, че има... Да. Даже беше на някакво брутално намаление. Да. Разбира се, тя цялата поредица Broken Sword се струва. Въпреки че на мен любимите са ми 1, 2 и 5. И съответно тях ще играем на стрим. 1, 2 и 5. 1 и 2 сме ги изиграли. Но играта е страхотна като за подарък. Особено пък в момента, защото струва евро и 20. А пък иначе струва 5,60. Дет се вика, ти за евро и 20, нали, за там за 2 лея не можеш да купиш една бира, бе. Или една бира, айде. Runaway трилогията съм я играл принципно, тук на стрим сме играли само 1 и 3, понеже втората част ми е много анти. Иначе да, за саундтрака първия ми е Warning. Да. И така, Broken Sword, чудесна игра за всеки. Не е някаква супер трудна. За мен лично тези на Broken Sword 1 и 2 специално са по-хубави игри за начинаещия квестър или point and clicker, така така да се изразя. Защото много рядко пъзелите имат монолоджик. Много по-скоро са така доста навързано логически и получаваш постоянно някакви хинтове. Дали сега ще е в там същата сцена или там една-две сцени преди това, не е задължително да е така, но имаш много ясни хинтове какво и къде трябва да правиш. Няма монолоджик, пъзелите са много приятни и е по-удачна за начинаещия играч и за деца, нали, за по-млади такива бих казал. Много по-вероятно е някой дете да бие тази игра, отколкото Monkey Island или ранните там, нали, Simon the Sorcerer, Discworld, Kyrendia и разни такива. Силно препоръчвам. И така, това е от мене за днес. Айде, кой е онлайн? Виждам, че котата е онлайн. Я да видим. Просто без да обиждам никой. Една интересна игра в този шибания БГ стриминг, бе. Една. За мен, разбира се, е интересна. Сега със сигурност за много хора Fortnite и GTA и CS и Dota са много интересни игри. Аз съм сигурен. Не искам да видя никой, обаче опа. Виж го какъв е ложко, а? Окей, спираме записа.